Have you ever wanted to say something, but your mouth just wouldn't move? You knew the words in your head, but your heart was beating too fast. And suddenly, even hello felt impossible? Yeah, that was me. On the day I had to speak English in public, for the very first time. And yes, it was terrifying. But something surprising happened. Not because I was perfect, but because I showed up. This is my story. And maybe it's also yours. Welcome to English Friends, where every story helps you speak with confidence. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a regular Thursday morning. The classroom was quiet, the kind of quiet that makes you feel sleepy. Until my English teacher suddenly said, "Next week, each student will give a short speech in English." At that moment, my stomach dropped. Everyone started talking, laughing, groaning. But me, I froze. I had never spoken English in front of people before. Not even in a small group. Reading English? Sure. Writing? No problem. But speaking? That was different. That felt like standing on a stage, completely exposed. Like every mistake would be loud. And everyone would hear it. For the next few days, I tried to practice. Not in front of people. Not even in front of friends. Just in front of my mirror. I stood there and said, "Hello, my name is Leo. I'm from another country. I want to tell you about my family." I repeated the same words again and again. Sometimes I got them right. Sometimes, not so much. But the hardest part wasn't the grammar. It was my voice. I didn't like how I sounded in English. It didn't feel like me. It felt weak. Strange. Not my real voice. And every time I made a small mistake, I imagined my classmates laughing. Maybe I can pretend to be sick, I told myself. Maybe the teacher will cancel it. But deep down, I knew I couldn't hide. I had to do it. Not for a grade, not for the teacher, but for myself. Because if I didn't speak now, when would I? And then, the day came. Speech day. I walked into class feeling like I hadn't slept in a week. My hands were cold. My heart was loud. And my name, already written on the board. "Danny, you're number 3, the teacher said, smiling. Number 3. Not first, but not last either. Just enough time to panic. The first student stood up. She was confident. She smiled. People clapped. The second student forgot a few words, but kept going. Still got applause. Then it was my turn. I stood up, walked to the front, and looked at my classmates. They were just people. Some were listening. Some were looking at their phones. "Hello," I began. "My name is Leo. I'm from another country." My voice shook. My hands trembled a little. But I kept going. "I want to tell you about my family. And just like that, line by line, the words I had practiced in front of the mirror came out. Not perfectly, not fast, but clearly. And when I finished, no one laughed. In fact, they clapped, and the teacher said, "Well done, you spoke with heart." I didn't say anything back, but inside, I was smiling. Because I did it. I actually did it. After that day, something changed. I didn't become the best English speaker in class. I still made mistakes. I still felt nervous sometimes. But I learned something far more important than grammar. I learned that progress feels like fear in the beginning. That sometimes our biggest growth comes after the scariest step. Speaking English in public was hard. It still is sometimes. But now I know I can do it. And if I can, maybe you can too. So now you've heard my story. The fear, the practice, the shaky voice, and the moment I finally did it. Now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments. What was your first time speaking English in public? Where were you? What did you say? And how did it feel? Your story might inspire someone who's still too scared to speak. And if you're still waiting for your first time, that's okay too. Stick with us. Here at English Friends, we learn together. We speak together. And yes, we make mistakes together. But every word you say is proof that you're growing. So, like this video, subscribe to English Friends and hit the bell so you don't miss our next story. Because your English journey is your story, and we're here to walk with you one step at a time. See you in the next video. And remember, your voice matters.